session right now?
Okay,
All
sounds
right,
good.
guys.
I'll mute it.
All right, so let's get started. Rana's just joined in as well. Okay, so I'm going to start off by sending out, I'm on an opportunity, and I'm going to send out a PandaDoc to a customer and get a contract signed. So it's a lease contract from Priceforce. So what I do on my opportunity, okay, is I come down to the PandaDoc section. I click the new document. And what this does, it opens up an API call through window to the PandaDoc app. Okay, now notice I'm still in Salesforce. I have not left Salesforce. Okay, I'm going to put the signatures directly on the PDF no cover. That's what you're going to use. And I'm going to add my signer. If your signer is not in the database, you have to click Add New and add their name and email address. If they're in the database, I know this one is, I can go ahead and select that person and put them in for the signer. For the user, I'm always going to have that assigned to me because I'm using this application and this contract to send out. The next thing I do is I click the green button. There's a kind of a recurring theme. Green means go in PandaDoc. So I click the button here, and it's going to open up a template for me to drag and drop my Priceforce contract or my mutual non-disclosure or whatever document I need to put in there, my modified terms and conditions into the system. So I'm going to grab a contract, I'm going to drag it over and drop it into place, and it's going to upload it into the system. Now what you need to know is anytime you drag a document into it, it's going to right size it and make that 1 page, 2 pages, 3 pages, depending upon how many pages you drag and drop into the application. As you can see on the screen, I have the actual lease contract here visible. Okay, I slide down to the signature sections. Since this is a Priceforce agreement, I'm going to use the signature blocks I have in the Priceforce agreement. We also have program addendums. Addendums to agreements. So addendum to agreements are actually like something that comes from our legal department. Okay, that you're doing terms and condition changes. There's an e-certified lease addendum, and then there's a good example of a program addendum would be like why wait, why now. Okay, so I've got my signature block here, and all I'm going to do is grab my signature blocks and overlay them where I want the customer to sign. What's important is when I lay the signature block in there, that
I'm sorry, Scott. I don't mean to interrupt. When you say the why wait, why now program, that's something when I do a lease like that, somebody has to sign?
Yes.
No kidding. Okay, I didn't know that.
Yep.
Okay.
That's a good question. Real quick, when you put the signature block on here, there's a fountain pen. Make sure the tip of the fountain pen is touching the line when you position it on the document. That centers that signature block. I'm going to grab the full name because it says print name. I'm going to put the title up here because it says title. I have noticed some people not putting the title on contracts. You must put both of them on there or this contract may be sent back to you to get re-signed, and the date accepted. Okay. If you need to add where an existing customer who currently funds a postage meter account by ACH, okay, will not be converted to Neo funds unless they initial here. If you need to bring that initial up here to that line, you can. If you don't need it, you don't need to bring it up there to the line. Only if the customer needs to initial off that they don't want to be converted. Since I have all of my documents in here now in place, okay, I'm going to go in then and get rid of the section that you see right here. So I'm going to go ahead and hit X. I'm going to move that section. Okay. Now I want to show you something a little bit more advanced inside the system. So let me do a quick look here. So IN 600. Media plus automatic feed, IN 600, series mailing machines. I want the video. So I'm actually bringing up a video, and I apologize. I didn't grab the video first. This is what I want. So what I'm doing is I'm going to add a video to this particular contract because maybe there's competition in there. I want to really drive forward with this contract as the customer so they don't have questions. Okay. How do I do that? So I'm in my contract, right? And I want to go in and add a video block. If you look at your blocks over here, I can add a video to this document I'm creating by grabbing the video section and just dropping it underneath the contract. Once I do that, all I need to do is copy and paste the URL video, okay, and click Save. Once you do that, this video now becomes embedded in the document. It will not leave the document inside PandaDoc. It contains the video inside of it, and it's linked to this contract. Okay, so if the customer wants to see this, they can click on that and see the video. Okay, any questions on that? Now that I'm done, okay, I'm going to go in now and I'm going to send my document. So once again, I've got my contract, signature blocks on it, and I put a video on there. I click the green button, once again, green for go, for send. This is a test document, guys. So if you guys test anything out, please make sure you put the word test in this document name. This document name is customer facing, and your customers will see it, so make sure it's descriptive to what the contract is that you're giving to the customer. Okay? If you do a test document, please include test in it so I can go back later on and clean those up out of the document stuff, so we don't want them in our database. After I update my document name, I click Save and Continue. And then I need to put my messages on the system. A lot of reps have already created what they call saved messages. Okay? If you click Save Messages, you can create and put a saved message in here. You can also create your saved message and put it in here. Okay? And you can see different people, Joe Garcia, Mark, I'm not sure who this person is that did it over here, but there's different people that have put their saved messages so they don't have to redo them. I have one that's set up as well, so thank you for signing. And all I know on this, based on the contract sending out, all I need to do is add the first name to the person, and then there's one other thing. Do I need to keep the word revised or get rid of the word revised? So I'm going to go ahead and delete this because I'm saying this is the first contract I'm sending to the customer. Okay? And now I'm ready to send this document out to the customer. Once again, your saved messages, if you create your saved message and you put them in place, will save you a lot of time on sending out the correct messaging to your customer. Now I'm going to click Send Document, and the document's been sent, and everything's off and running. For me to get back to the opportunity inside of Salesforce, I'll click the back button by the chevron. But I do want to show you this. If the customer's looking at the document and they want to look at the video, hopefully you're seeing this come through. Okay, so once again, the customer can see the video. It goes with the document, and that's exactly how they would integrate with it. To go back to the opportunity, hit the back button by the chevrons over here, and I'll be back in the opportunity. Okay. Now, what I want to do is I want to take a look at what this looks like on your mobile app. Okay. So I'm going to open up this one program. Do you guys see that?
Yep.
Okay.
You mean your TV screen? Oh, I see.
Okay. So I'm on my mobile app. I'm going to go to my Neopost application, and I'm going to open up PandaDoc. If you have any notification or updates, it's going to show as a red dot on this particular app block. If I click on the PandaDoc app, it'll go ahead and open up. And now I could go in and take a look at my documents and interact with my documents. This is a strategic change because you guys have a lot of insight to what's going on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look at sent documents. Here's the document that I just sent to the customer. Okay? And I see it was sent 8 minutes ago. If I want to view the document, I can click the green view button with the little eyeball in it. It'll open up the document, and you can actually expand it. And yes, the video will play on your mobile phone. Signing in person, critically important. You no longer have to carry paper contracts with you, around all the time in your car to go to the customer. Okay? That is so, 1990s. Okay? In today's digital world that we live in, digital contracts are the way to go. With your app, you can open up the document, click in-person signing, select Addison, hand her your phone, and she can sign and transact right on your phone or on an iPad or on an Android tablet, whatever app that you download, you can transact this way and get signature signed in person, completely digitalist, and go paperless. Okay? I can see the recipients. I can see the comments that were put in here, so she replied back to me. I can also see all the activities on this. Okay? I can also show you that the document's going to expire on the 23rd and the auto reminders are set up. By the way, if you click into any of these buttons for auto reminders or for the expiration, you can edit the expiration right on your phone or adjust the auto reminders right on your phone. Okay? Great looking app. Okay? I'm going to take a look at another app, another one in here because going back to my page, I want to show you this one that was viewed. Okay? Because I set one out earlier so I could show you the interaction for training purposes. So this was viewed, okay? I go down and take a look at let's take a look at what Addison did on this document. If I click on Addison's contact name, she's viewed the document one time, about 2 hours ago, total time spent about 4 minutes. Something that's really cool is the page-by-page analytics. I can push on that hyperlink right there, and since there was 2 pages, I can see that she spent about a minute, right, on the first page, that's a contract, but she spent 3 minutes looking at that video, okay, and watching that video. Kind of cool that I get this insight to how the customer is interacting with our contracts and with the data that we're giving, okay? And I can back out. Once again, I can do in-person signing. So the application, okay, the mobile app is critically important. You should never be making contact or talking to a customer without looking how the customer is interacting with their contracts and what's going on. It's a way of engaging with them. Okay? That being said, I'm going to go ahead and minimize that and slide it on over. Okay? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and I'm going to open up that document as Addison. So when Addison opens up the document, okay, she can take a look at everything that's gone on the document. And by the way, there's the video. I can push the button and I can view what's going on with it. Okay. Or I can sign it. Let's go ahead and sign it. She clicks the next button. She's going to click to sign. Let's pick a good font. Set to sign. She'll type in her full name. She'll type in her title. And she'll type in the date that she's actually signing it. When she's done all those 3 things, all she's going to do is come down here and click Finalize the document. So that's how your customers interact with everything inside the system. Now, what I want you to realize is I just got an update on my mobile app, real-time updates letting me know that that document was just completed a few seconds ago. So the mobile app gives you a real-time interaction. It will let you know if a customer's opened a document. They'll let you know if a customer's forwarded a document to somebody, if they've downloaded it. All this information is real-time on the app. No better time to call your customer, okay, unless you see them interacting with your document. So this document's done. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and minimize this window. So now I'm back in my opportunity, and I got my mobile app saying, yeah, it's all been done. I go to my opportunity. I'm going to refresh it as I'm going in there. And then my PandaDoc contract will be available for me. It will show completed. I click on the document. Okay. And then I can download the document once it comes up. Excuse me. So let me open that downloaded document. And you'll notice that each page is numbered in sequence. It's page 1 of 2, 2 of 2. The document reference number that associates itself to a certificate is tagged on every page. And this is what you would actually download, print off, and turn into order paperwork. Any questions?
Great time saver, Scott.
It is. And you can send out many other documents. While I'm in PandaDoc, we'll quickly touch on those. So there are other documents you can send out. Your non-disclosure agreement is in here for you to send out if you need to send out an NDA. Okay. If you do proposals, you can send out proposals. There's a government proposal. They're called government right now because the government guys are using this and really kind of, I want to say, trailblazing the way. But this one has 3 options in it. This one, I think, has 1 option in it or 2 options in it. In this proposal block, when you create your document, right, you can drag in your documents depending upon what you want to do. Okay? And you can type your URLs in there, and I could put in anything that I need to put in with this document for signatures or whatever it might be. Now, I wouldn't be putting a contract in with the proposal or anything that really does involve a signature, but if you want to really see what happens with your contract, this is a great way of doing it. You can see how it's being interacted with, who's looking at it, how long they've looked at it. This will also stop you from doing a lot of what I call seeking calls, okay? Did you open up the contract? Have you looked at it? Do you have any questions on it? All those phone calls that you leave on voicemail or you send emails out to the person, you really won't have to do because you're going to know what they've done with it. And if they haven't opened it up yet, you're going to have a different conversation. If they have opened it up and they forwarded it to somebody else for signature, you're going to have a much different conversation. So a lot of great information inside PandaDoc, inside that mobile app. And with that, any questions? Rana, you good?
Yep, I'm good. This is great.
Okay, very cool, guys. Highly recommend you guys download that mobile app. Share what your interface is, playing with the mobile app. Share your experience with everyone else in your marketplaces. Okay, talk to the other managers and everyone else about the mobile app. It's a game changer, and it's real-time notification of what's going on with your business out in the field, and it's a great way to do your business. That being said, I'd like to thank you for your time. I'm going to go ahead and stop the presentation, and if you need anything, please reach out and talk to myself or Landry.
Thank you, Scott. Really appreciate it.
Thanks, Scott.
Yeah, thanks, Scott. Have a good one.
You too. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.